He's blinded by brands, never questions the Lord. Waving that Joy-Con like it's a sword. But all he's fighting is the facts he ignored.
Hello everyone, I'm the Angry Vigilante. This is my side channel where I post reaction videos to salty fanboys pulled straight from my live streams on my main channel, The Angry Vigilante Show. On the main channel, I also cover gaming news, rants, and full game reviews. I'll leave a link down below and you're more than welcome to come and subscribe and also hang out with me live every Monday morning at 5 a.m. Pacific time.
Right now it's Nintendo Direct season and you have a lot of people already spurging out about the possibility of getting a partner direct instead of a general direct.
Pretty much we're already getting a partner direct, Harmon. Most likely we will get a general direct eventually.
And this is a really funny thing to see because typically we always see this argument that like third-party games are way better than Nintendo exclusives. Like
some third-party games are better than some of the Nintendo exclusives. Okay, sorry to tell you this, Harmon, but Yoshi's Crafted World does not hold up. There are some of the games on the Switch one that were not that good. Mario vs. Donkey Kong, that game is not that good.
PlayStation and Xbox and PC are king. Like Nintendo can't compete. And yet when it comes time to Nintendo Direct, for a Nintendo Direct, you have everyone bending over backwards saying, I don't want to see third-party games. I don't want to hear about them. They're just completely worthless. You know, if you press...
There's not a whole lot of people saying that. That is you. Most of the Nintendo channels are literally begging for that third party so they can be like, look at what my piece of plastic can do.
Anybody on them, like, on this, like, even a little bit, they'll try and tell you that, like, well, like, I've already played those games on PlayStation and Xbox. You know, keep in mind we're, you know, Duskbloods has been confirmed for to be a Nintendo Switch 2 exclusive, and theoretically
we all know you're excited to play that game, Harmon, aren't you?
a partner showcase would show this game off. So in theory, this should be like a really hype announcement for everyone, right? In theory, if FromSlop or Duskbloods was in any way relevant, but
it might become relevant. Only time's gonna tell. We'll have to see how the game plays.
Not, you know, like this is kind of the great like irony when it comes to these third-party games. Like the instant that they get ported over to Nintendo consoles, we go through this song and dance where people are just like, oh, I don't want to play with you anymore. You know, it's just,
yeah, unfortunately there were a lot of people that said it was a shame that they weren't going to get the game because it was on the Switch too.
Every single time this happens, and like people just don't want to admit that third parties are not as good as the Nintendo games, right?
There are plenty of third-party games that are better than some of the Nintendo games, Harmon. Does Nintendo have some amazing games? Absolutely. But not all of them are great.
Like when it comes to like third parties on Nintendo consoles, nobody gives a fuck. And
yeah, people care heavily about the Madden games, which I don't know why. They care about the NBA games. They care about Call of Duty. There are many games that they care about that are not on your platform, Harmon.
The funny thing about this is, you know, whenever this happens, like the implication is that Nintendo is at fault because they need Nintendo games. They need to make new announcements now.
Yes, the hardcore fans do want us. That is a great thumbnail right there. Oh, I'm so using that as the thumbnail. But yes, many of them want more Nintendo games, Harmon.
Now I'm hungry and I need my Nintendies. Like, oh, feed me, Miyamoto. Oh, like I'm a little.
Oh my God, this Harmon, you literally look like you're orgasming. That does not look like a good sign, my guy. That is not good. Stop.
Baby, and I can't wait another week. Like, you see this every single time. Like, when it comes to these directs. And
I know, I agree. You do see all this bullshit every single time.
Funny thing is, Nintendo is not to blame for the games that third parties put on their consoles.
Okay, I'll actually agree with you. I agree. Now, when it comes to Duskbloods, no, it will be the blame. They paid FromSlop to make that game. That was their choice.
Like that's the weird thing about this, okay? That's the weird thing about this scenario, okay? About the situation is that Nintendo has no real control over what third-party games come to the platform. Like, yeah.
Nah, they do have control. They do have somewhat of a say. Now, when it comes to the quality, no, they don't have control over that.
Yeah, they can like meet with companies and they can encourage them to put games on the platforms. But like for the most part, like these companies are coming out and they're being like, oh, you need to pay the fee if you're going to get our support. If you don't know, Xbox and PlayStation pay fees to get like games on their platform and
to make them exclusive. They don't pay fees to make them third party. They pay them to be exclusive. Which you don't think that Nintendo did that with FromSoft? Or FromSoft, I'm calling them FromSoft. FromSoft? They paid FromSoft a lot of money to make that game, Harmon. That's how that works.
Nintendo doesn't do that. So what happens is that like
think of all the money that they paid Bandai Namco for those Hyrule Warrior games or the Fire Emblem Warrior games. They pay other developers and other outside people to make games for them, Harmon.
Like Nintendo has been playing hardball for 20 years. You know, these companies have been like demanding Nintendo make exclusive deals with them and doing things and like do things for them. And the end result of this is that
it worked out for them during the Switch. Look at that Marvel's Ultimate Alliance 3 game. Look at the Hyrule Warriors games. There have been many games where they sat here, had to pay the exclusive rights to have their games on there.
Third parties do not have an established platform on Nintendo. So what happens is
I agree with that one. I actually do.
That when third parties like make their late port announcements, first of all, like they sell really well because nobody's buying on Xbox, PlayStation, or PC. But second of all, like
there are plenty of games that are selling on PC and PS5, Harmon. Stop the cap.
Nintendo Directs just...
Oh my God, the way he just did that. Harmon, do not do that. Edit that shit out.
Completely bury them. You know, there's just no getting around it. Like, we're at the point now where people are begging for general Nintendo Directs because nobody cares about these third-party games. We could theoretically get...
No, people care about the third party, but again, the Switch 2 mainly was bought by people that want the first party. They're going to play the third party elsewhere.
Like Grand Theft Auto 6 confirmed day one for a Nintendo Switch Partner Direct, and like nobody would care, okay? Because it's Grand Theft Auto 6, it's not that big of a deal. Like, you know, 3D Mario is a way bigger, more exciting thing. Like Grand Theft Auto.
No, 3D Mario is not bigger than Grand Theft Auto, Harmon. Not even close. Even the most die-hard 3D Mario people won't even say such a thing. No 3D Mario game has ever come close to the level of success that Grand Theft Auto 5 has come to.
6 just has no real impact outside of the casual gaming market, right? Grand Theft Auto only appeals to hood rats and like children. Like,
really, no, it does not appeal to children. That's like people that say that the Nintendo console is for children.
And young children too. So, like, essentially what we're seeing is kind of the realization, okay? Like, the community is not willing to accept that third parties are the problem. You know, if you have...
Well, none is the problem, but again, like I sat here and said, people are going to play the third parties most likely on other consoles, so it's like, if it doesn't come to Nintendo, they can just play it on the other console. The thing is, people buy the system for the first parties.
A Nintendo Direct, if you have a bunch of games announced for these Directs, and everyone's excited for the Nintendo ones, but not the third-party ones, why exactly would Nintendo be responsible for what the third parties put out on the platform? You know,
who is blaming Nintendo for this? I have yet to see videos on this.
That's kind of my mindset looking at this. You know, when you look at like all these third-party games, when you look at stuff like Disc Bloods, like when you see that people aren't excited for them, like how exactly is that Nintendo's fault? You know, when I look...
Well, who said it was Nintendo's fault? Well, Nintendo made it the exclusive, but that would be From Software's fault.
Look at Dusk Bloods and why people aren't excited for that. It's not Nintendo's fault. It's because Elden Ring was so bad that it completely killed the company and nobody cares about it anymore. You know,
Elden Ring was not bad. What the hell are you talking about? How many units did it sell? Elden Ring units sold. 30 million copies worldwide, Harmon. That is not bad.
Like, Night Rain was so boring that the mere fact that Duskbloods was
I've been hearing so many people say that Night Ring is actually a really fun game.
multiplayer just completely killed all enthusiasm for this game like day one, right? How exactly is any of that Nintendo's fault?
Who said it is Nintendo's fault? Even the people that don't like Night Rain, who is saying that's Nintendo's fault?
And again, like that's just the reality of this, is that the issue here is that Nintendo is so much bigger than Call of Duty, than Grand Theft Auto, than
No, it is not. Stop the cap. No, it is not.
Minecraft,
Definitely not bigger than Minecraft.
than Tetris,
Tetris is the highest sold game of all time, Harmon. Stop the cap.
than Roblox, than Fortnite, then like you could legit get releases of every single major third-party game on Nintendo Switch 2, and nobody would give a fuck. These are not major releases for Switch 2. No.
No, you're right. They're not, because people look at the system as primarily a first-party thing.
Nobody's going to go out and buy a console for these. Not because that the Switch 2 is a bad console, but these games are so boring that they cannot drive sales today, okay? The games are the problem. The third parties are the problem. You know, Nintendo is not the problem because they are not only doing well, people are anxiously awaiting their upcoming announcements.
Okay, but who is blaming Nintendo for all this? This is so new to me.
Like, the reality is something like Minecraft or GTA 6 are not big enough announcements to justify a partner direct. That's just
I guarantee you, if Rockstar reached out to Nintendo right now and said, we want to put this on there, but we want our own direct for it, I guarantee you Nintendo would do it for GTA 6. Are you kidding me, Harmon?
just the reality of it. Like, nobody cares about these games because they are just so much lower quality than what we're used to seeing. Like,
No, stop the cap, Harmon. You have plenty of low quality games. Look at Yoshi's Crafted World. Look at Mario vs. Donkey Kong.
The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. You know, we're doing things in that game that you would never do in GTA. You know,
Why would they? Two completely different damn games. And I'm pretty certain that Echoes of Wisdom did not sell as well. Just saying.
you're never gonna like break out of prison in GTA because all you do in GTA is just pay off the cop after murdering like thousands of people.
I mean, you can say the same thing. You can be like, well, in Echoes of Wisdom, you're not going to pay off the cops to keep you from going into prison.
And like, oh, you're good to go, bro. You're out on bail now. Like, again, there's no consequences for your actions. There's no like story.
Yes, there is. Have you ever played a GTA game? If you get too bad, you get your wanted level up, you're going to have a SWAT team in the military coming after you.
Reason for it. It just kind of happens to suit like the boring, uninspired gameplay. Okay. Realistically, if you did half the things you do in Grand Theft Auto, you would be put to death. Okay. If it was.
And it's a video game, Harmon. You couldn't do anything in Echoes of Wisdom. You don't have a rod that's going to give you magical powers. That's not real.
If it takes place in a state that doesn't have the death penalty, they would give the state the death penalty. They would legalize it and then put your.
And if you understand, if somebody like in Echoes of Wisdom was to do that in real life, they would be captured by the government and experimented on.
Ass down. Okay. That's the reality behind Grand Theft Auto. Okay. Nobody is actually excited for this game because if they were.
Harmon, it is literally the most anticipated game of all time. There will probably never be another game to come close to that.
There would be real expectations that this game would be coming to Switch 2. You know, nobody really
Many people are expecting it to come to the Switch 2. What are you talking about?
cares about Duskbloods because if Elden Ring, because if they did, there would be anticipation for this coming to Switch 2. Like, the simple fact of the matter is that, like, nothing that's come out in the past 10 years, whether it's like Cyberpunk or, Overwatch or like, It Takes Two or that dumb, like, cat robot cyberpunk game. Like,
you're talking about Stray. From what I heard, Stray was a great game, Harmon.
when you have, like all of these games are on Switch now, and nobody gives a fuck. Nobody cares.
There were many third-party games that came to the Switch that people cared about, Harmon.
And that's just the reality of these showcases, is
Many people cared about Doom. You know how excited people got when Doom came to Switch?
that nothing
Cyberpunk 2077? Street Fighter 6?
has been announced yet. We don't even know if there's a partner showcase. And yet you're seeing like the community all in one voice coming out and they're saying, I don't care.
Yes, very true. That's why many people are not happy that that's going to be a partner showcase. But we will know literally by tomorrow or Wednesday.
That is rejection of third-party developers. Nobody cares what you're selling. Nobody wants to see it. Nobody wants to see you talk about it. You know, if you're a Western game dev, you may as well get the fuck out because nobody wants to hear it. Okay? You're done.
There are amazing Western developed games, Harmon. Why are you always attacking on the Western development people?
You're finished. Nobody cares. Like, Nintendo is the driving force of the industry right now and likely will be for a long time. So I am very, very interested in seeing just how they managed to dominate Nintendo Direct season. Because you just know that, like, no matter how many announcements they make, you're going to see people, like, bending over backwards to complain. We've been seeing that already, right?
Because Nintendo keeps doing a lot of bullshit stuff. That's why people are complaining.
With the Switch 1 release, like, oh, the Switch 1 has no games. Like, the reality is Nintendo is dominating right now. They are completely killing it, and there is nothing that the partner direct can do to stop it.
You can cry in the comments, but you won't survive. Like and subscribe if you feel that vibe. We're hard and so